Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Forgive me for the lower quality of the video. My camera died, so I have to work with my circumstances. I want to talk to you about something really important today. I want to talk about the end of the self-development journey. And is there the end of it? How do we know that we have done enough work basically? How do we know that we can stop with the self-development and self-growth stuff? Does this journey basically ever end? Is there any goal that we should be reaching towards? Basically, I made a note on my phone, many months ago, to be honest with you, when I was still planning some of my earlier videos, and I was basically taking notes of different topic ideas, like video topic ideas, and one of them was about what is the final goal of the self-development and self-growth journey? Where are we going with this? How do we know that we have arrived? Do we have a specific kind of image that we are reaching towards? Is there any kind of final destination in this journey, basically? And I was thinking about this a lot. I could not really come to any specific thought that would satisfy me, something that would resonate with me. And I thought about how so many people, so many women specifically, do so much work. We read so many books and listen to all the podcasts and YouTube videos about habits and how to ground ourselves, how to calm our nervous system, how to work with ourselves, with our emotions and such. I will attach some really helpful videos from my channel in the description box. Please check them out. But you know what? I had a kind of an epiphany lately. I saw a very interesting, well, it wasn't a post, it was actually stories from a therapist that I follow. And it really coincided with some emotions that I've been feeling recently and how I dealt with them. I had an emotional episode a couple of weeks ago, and I dealt with it really successfully using the skills that I have been learning and I have been teaching you here on this channel as well. So I was really disappointed with myself for feeling difficult feelings kind of again. I hadn't felt something like this in a long time, and then I felt it again, and I was really confused. Why am I still triggered about certain things? Why am I still upset about certain things? Am I not doing enough? How much do I still, have to do basically to, improve myself and all those things? I had a kind of not self-destructive thoughts necessarily, but really self-critical thoughts, I want to say. But I approached the situation in a very healthy way, is what I want to say. I let myself do exactly what I teach you here on the channel. I let myself, I almost made myself feel the feelings. I told myself that I should really just feel it. It was so deeply uncomfortable for me to feel it, but I knew that I have to. I had to do that in the moment, because that would be ultimately the most helpful thing to move forward. And that's exactly what happened. Once I allowed myself to feel it, I started crying, and I couldn't stop crying for a while. It was very, very uncomfortable and very unpleasant. But once the emotions were out, I actually, all the tips that I'm giving on this channel are genuinely really good. They are working. I use the tools that I teach you here to ground myself and to feel the feelings. Okay, I express them through art. I express them through music. I was listening to music as well. I have certain playlists on my Spotify that I listen to when I need to feel things and cry things out, and it really helped me a lot. But I still couldn't help but feel, I guess, a little bit disappointed that I'm still at that point where I guess I'm triggered still sometimes, and I'm still feeling things that I don't want to feel anymore. But back to those stories from a therapist, and back to basically just some of the other information that I have been learning and have been teaching you here as well. I had an epiphany about the end of the self-development journey. Or is there an end? What is there? What is the goal, basically? Because I was also interested about what is the supposed ideal version of you that you're striving to achieve. And if that is the person who does not ever get triggered, if it's the person who doesn't ever feel any uncomfortable feelings, that is not realistic. I just want to break your bubble right now. I'm really sorry, but I just have to tell you the truth. So this therapist was sharing her thoughts about how she feels really uncomfortable feelings and she lets herself express them, and how she has breakdowns and she crashes out sometimes and she cries, and she shares her thoughts with her therapist and they work through them. And she shared a very interesting thought. She said that she was talking specifically about her journey as a therapist herself, but this is extremely relevant for all of us here as well. That the fact that she's a therapist and the fact that she knows so much about herself does not indicate that she is not a human being anymore. She's enlightened and on another level. It just means that she is extremely aware of herself and that she is able to clock herself when she's feeling something. She allows herself to feel that. She doesn't judge herself for that. And she expresses her feelings. She works with them, not against them, basically, right? And that thought alone really kind of opened my eyes in such a big way. I never really thought about, I guess, myself that way. I never really thought about the self-growth journey and learning to work with your emotions quite that way. And I felt like it was extremely important to share this with you, that the ultimate goal is not to become really enlightened and not feel any discomfort ever again, basically, right? To only be happy, to only be content and satisfied with everything. We are human beings at the end of the day. We are always going to have feelings and emotions. In my videos, in some of my earliest videos where I talk about processing uncomfortable emotions and dealing with them ethically and ecologically, I will attach the playlist down below. In those videos, I talk about how emotions is not something you can control. You can control your actions and your behaviors, right? But you cannot control what emotions you feel, because that is physical. We feel emotions on a physical level almost, right? We can do something with them to help ourselves. We can listen to ourselves. We can express those emotions. We can learn from them. We can take care of ourselves and understand from those emotions, if our boundaries were crossed, if we need to maybe set new boundaries, if we need to get some rest, if we need to maybe improve our skills in some area, if we need to be better friends, if we need to be more gentle with ourselves. There could be so many different things that we can learn. And also, I talk about shadow work, of course, all the time. You know that. Subscribe to my channel, by the way. I talk about all of these really, really interesting topics in detail and share my thoughts about them. But the point I'm trying to make in this video is that the journey doesn't end. As long as you're alive, you're going to feel emotions. And that is a beautiful thing. This is not something you can turn off. This is the journey of not self-development so much, but learning about yourself, right, is never ending. And that is also a beautiful thing. What we can do, what is in our control, is learning how to work with them, not against them and against ourselves. Our goal is to learn how to work with our emotions and how to help ourselves, how to learn from our emotions and understand what they mean for us and what we need to do in that moment for ourselves to feel better and to move forward and be better people eventually, right? We cannot turn off the emotions. We'll always have them, is what I want to say. Our job as people who are into, healing, self-development and stuff like that, is to learn how to better assist ourselves and how to be mindful. So you know that you have reached a really good level and you have learned a lot in this area when you can actually clock yourself feeling uncomfortable feelings and you don't push them away. Or if you do feel the urge to push them away, you stop yourself and you welcome them, because you know that this is something that you should do. You know that this is the thing that is going to ultimately help you. So you tell yourself that you should feel the feelings. It's not going to help you to shove them away or scroll them away on like Instagram or TikTok. Like it's not going to help you, it's only going to get buried in your body, and it will be showing itself in like unpleasant ways later on. And you can't predict in which ways it's going to show. By the way, it can be like pain or something else. You never know. But if you feel them, if you express them, if you like journal them out, if you do the shadow work, if you understand like what is going on, as in like after you express them, that is going to be extremely helpful. That is going to be the key to your well-being. Ultimately, the goal is to be mindful. The goal is to work with yourself, not against yourself. This is so, like, this is so simple. Like, the brilliant and genius things are so incredibly simple a lot of the times and so on the nose. And even though I talked about this so much, I still never really quite come to this conclusion, because I still also wanted to, like, I wanted to believe that there is some kind of end to this like healing and self-growth, and like at which point do we stop doing the work? Like we don't stop doing the work. The work is mental health and like emotional wellness routine, like maintenance if you want. Basically, we're doing these things to improve our skills in the area of our well-being, to improve how we feel, basically. I also have a really good video about how to deal with really uncomfortable and painful emotions. I think it's like my second video on the channel, by the way, and I made this after something really dramatic and like really upsetting happened. It literally happened on the day of me recording the video, and I cried my eyes out, and then I put myself together and made the video. And I'm really proud of myself, and I'm really happy with that video. I hope I won't forget, and I will attach it. I will like link the video down below. Please check it out. And I just want to, I guess, give you some comfort and some encouragement so you keep going and you do not stop the good practices and like meditation and the journaling and all those things and being kind to yourself, and understand that the goal truly is to live in the moment, to be more mindful and to be more present in the moment, to enjoy every single moment. And once you feel something that you are uncomfortable with, you don't push it away. You welcome it and you understand what is it trying to tell you, basically. So it's about being mindful. It's not about like, you're not more enlightened when you like don't feel anything. Like when you're not feeling anything, you are numb, and there is like a problem of its own. But the goal is not to not experience any unpleasant feelings, because that's just never gonna happen. Like we are human beings, we are alive, and we have like external circumstances that we cannot control, and like so many other things happening. Like we just cannot control everything that is happening and how it's going to impact us. Everything that upsets us is an opportunity to learn about ourselves and learn about like our bodies, about our mental health, about like something that is bothering us and what it means for us personally. So anyways, I do not want to keep talking about this because I feel like I already said everything that I wanted to say and shared my thoughts about this. Please let me know what you think about this in the comments, because this was truly an epiphany for me, honestly. Like I don't know what I expected to figure out eventually, but it just like kind of hit me that it's like, yeah, this is just what it's going to be like. And I actually did a really good job, because I was really disappointed in myself for being triggered and being upset. But what actually happened was that like I dealt with it in a really healthy way, and I let it go really quickly because of that. And I moved on feeling much better about just myself and my life. And like I felt good again because I worked with those emotions, and I didn't just intellectualize them, I felt them, and then I did the work of trying to understand what the hell that was, basically. So thank you very much, you guys, for watching this video. I really hope you found it insightful and helpful. Please let me know what you think about this whole topic in the comments. I'll be really interested to read about your thoughts. Please like this video, you guys, and please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. That would help me tremendously. Share this video with your loved ones. And I will see you in the next one.